Hey everybody. All right, so I wanted to show you a little bit about my sewing space and some organizational tips, and I'm only going to keep this to 3 minutes because I don't want to overwhelm you with all sorts of things. So this is, I'm going to show you some of my favorite things that I've done to help organize my space. Now, these are Billy bookcases. They're not very deep. I have had these for probably 8 years and I've had them in all different sorts of places. But what I love about them is I love using these baskets. Now, I got these baskets at Dollarama, so they were not expensive. They were $4 each. They're really sturdy. This is, my daughter and I made a lot of scrunchies. So these are all the scrunchies. And so what I've done is I've organized my baskets into things that like color. This if it's a certain designer. This one I have my fat quarters in them. Here I have my elastics from my Riley Blake collection. So I've got them kind of organized and sorted depending on color. Sometimes they get a little out of hand, and so every once in a while I'll just take one bin and I'll just kind of go through it so it doesn't seem very overwhelming. Another one that I've done is I actually have this right here. I got this at, it was a department store that was going out of business. What I like about it is that it's really deep shelves. I can stand and sew here with my sewing machine. I've got, this is actually going to be for making my quilt coats. So I have everything that I need for those. So if I'm buying old quilts, if I'm using them, then I will wash them and they will be ready to go in here. So everything I need. I actually also have my rulers, and then underneath I have my poster paper, which I use for my studio, which you can see I have some papers that I don't need over here. So that's really nice to have a cutting station. That's super helpful. Over here, I've got so for my long arm, right now, I don't really love where my long arm is. You can see it right here. The problem with it is that the door is right there, and then that door is there. And so I'm gonna switch it how it used to be. But just in this one container, I have all of my smaller threads. I've got all my bobbins, and then I have all of my long arm pieces here. So I keep everything together. Up here you can see I love using jars. So jars and baskets are really fun. One of the things I love about these jars is I have all my bindings that I've made. So they're up here. So if I need to do a scrap binding or throw something together, I can just look through that and go there. All right, so those are just some of the tips that I have. As you can see, they were secondhand shelves from Billy bookcases, and they were and just Dollarama. It doesn't have to be fancy. Make it your own. And as you continue to create, I want to hear from you on what you're doing in your space and in your studio, and really owning your own space. And I will talk to you later. Share with me below, what are your favorite organizational hacks?